Genesis chapter 37. So Jacob settled again in the land of Canaan, where his father had lived as a foreigner. This is the account of Jacob and his family. When Joseph was 17 years old, he often tended his father's flocks. He worked for his half brothers, the son of his father's wives, Bilhah and Zilpah. But Joseph reported to his father some of the bad things his brothers were doing. Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other children because Joseph had been born to him in his old age. So one day, Jacob had a special gift made for Joseph, a beautiful loaf. But his brothers hated Joseph because their father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say a kind word to him. One night, Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. Listen to this dream, he said. You were out in the field, drying up bundles of grain. Suddenly my bundle stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine. His brothers responded, So you think you will be our king, do you? Do you actually think you will reign over us? And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. Soon Joseph had another dream, and again he told his brothers about it. Listen, I have had another dream, he said. The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed low before me. This time he told the dream to his father as well as to his brothers. But his father scolded him. What kind of dream is that? He asked. Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you? But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. Soon after this, Joseph's brothers went to pasture their father's flocks at Shechan. When they had been gone for some time, Jacob said to Joseph, Your brother are pasturing the sheep, and Shechan got ready, and I will send to them. I'm ready to go, Joseph replied. Go and see how your brothers and the flocks are getting along. Jacob said, Then come back and bring me one report. So Jacob sent him on his way. And Joseph traveled to Shechan from their home in the valley of Hebron. When he arrived there, a man from the area noticed him, wandering around the countryside. What are you looking for? He said. He asked. I'm looking for my brothers. Joseph replied. Do you know where they are pasturing their sheep? Yes, the man told him. They have moved on from here, But I heard them say, let's go on to Dothan. So Joseph followed his brothers to Dothan and found them there. Joseph sold into slavery. When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, they recognized him in the distance. As he approached, they made plans to kill him. Here, approaching, they made plans to kill him. Here comes the dreamer, they said. Come on, let's kill him and throw him into one of these stones. We can tell our father why animal has eaten him. Then you will see what becomes of his dreams. But when Reuben heard of their section, he came to Joseph's rescue. Let's not kill him, he said. Why should we shed any blood? Let's just throw him into this empty stone here in the wilderness. Then he'll die without our raining or hand on him. Reuben was secretly planning to rescue Joseph and return him to his father. So when Joseph arrived, his brothers ripped off the beautiful robe he was wearing. Then they grabbed him and threw him into the cistern. Now the cistern was empty. There was no water in it. Then just as they were sitting down to eat, they looked up and saw a caravan of camels in the distance coming toward them. It was a group of Ismaelite traders taking a load of gum, blem, and aromatic resin from Gilead down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, what will we gain by killing our brother? We'd have to cover up the crime. Instead of hunting him, let's sell him to those Ismael traders. After all, he is our brother, our one flesh and blood. And his brothers agreed. So when the Ismaelites, who were Midianite traders, came by, Joseph's brothers pulled him out of the stone and sold him to them for 20 pieces of silver. And the traders took him to Egypt. Some time later, Reuben returned to get Joseph out of the stone. When he discovered that Joseph was missing, he tore his clothes in grief. Then he went back to his brothers and lamented. The boy is gone. What will I do now? Then the brothers killed a young goat and dipped Joseph's loaf in its blood. They sent the beautiful loaf to their father with this message. Look at what we found. Doesn't this loaf belong to your son? Their father recognized it immediately. Yes, he said, it is my son's loaf. A wild animal must have eaten him. Joseph has clearly been torn to pieces. Then Jacob torn his clothes and dressed himself in burlap. He mourned deeply for his son for a long time. His family all tried to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. I will go to my grave, mourning for my son, he would say, and then he would weep. Meanwhile, the Midianite traders arrived in Egypt, where they sold Joseph to Potiphar, an official to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Potiphar was captain of the palace guard. Exodus chapter 1. These were the names of sons of Israel who moved to Egypt with their father, each with his family: Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Asajak, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. In all, Jacob had 70 descendants in Egypt, including Joseph, who was already there. In time, Joseph and all of his brothers died, ending that entire generation. But their descendants, the Israel, had many children and grandchildren. In fact, they multiplied so greatly that they became extremely powerful and filled the land. Eventually, a new king came to power in Egypt who knew nothing about Joseph or what he had done. He said to his people, "Look, the people of Israel now outnumber us and are stronger than we are. You must make a plan to keep them from growing even more. If we don't, and if we breaks out, they will join our enemies and fight against us. Then they will escape from the country." So the Egyptians Egyptians made the Israelites themselves. They appointed brutal slave drivers over them, hoping to wear them down with crushing labor. They forced them to build the cities of Pichon and Ramesses as a supply center for the king. But the more the Egyptians opposed them, the more the Israelites multiplied and spread, and the more alarmed the Egyptians became. So the Egyptians worked to people of Israel without mercy. They made their lives bitter, forcing them to mix more mortar and make bricks and do all the work in the fields. They were ruthless in all their demands. Then Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, gave this order to the Hebrew midwives, Shipare and Push. When you help the Hebrew woman as they give birth, or as they deliver. If the baby is a boy, kill him. If it is a girl, let her live. But because the midwives feared God, they refused to obey the king's orders. They allowed the boys to live too. So the king of Egypt called for the midwives. Why have you done this? He demanded. Why have you allowed the boys to live? The Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women. These midwives replied, There are more vigorous and have their babies so quickly we cannot get there in time. So God was good to the midwives, and the Israelites continued to multiply, growing more and more powerful. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them family of their own. Then Pharaoh gave his order to all his people, throw every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River, but you may let the girls live.